Have you ever taken your Pathfinders biking? If you have, you know sometimes, whew. Hi everyone, this is Audra with Pathfinder Strong, and today we're going to talk about practical tips to take your Pathfinders on a biking adventure. Also, side note, here's a little fun thing I found while I was biking this morning. Tip number 1. You're going to have to know that you have all skill levels of bikers whenever you take your Pathfinders biking. So you just need to know that up front. And you're going to have to go as fast or as slow as that lowest skill level can. Number 2, and I learned this the hard way from personal experience, before you set out on your adventure, check everyone's bike. Make sure everything is tight, everything is fastened, all the brakes work, and all the tires are aired up. Make sure that your Pathfinders understand the difference between front brakes and back brakes, and that when you're going down a hill, you probably don't want to use the front brakes or you're going to flip your bicycle over the handlebars. I learned that from personal experience too. You need to pick a staff member to be in the back, somebody that's patient and willing to work with the lowest skill level, because kids are going to lag behind, and you need somebody in the very back who's going to be willing to be patient and help and encourage those ones to keep going and make sure nobody gets behind them so you don't lose anybody. Also, you want to pick a staff member to be in the front that's probably not your highest skill level, because they'll take off and leave the rest of them. Either that, or you need somebody that understands they need to go at like a medium level pace to give the low skill level ones a chance to keep up and the high skill ones a chance to not become frustrated. This is a similar concept to my hiking safety tip video, which I'll link in the description below. I think this goes out without saying to people who bike, but if you don't bike or you don't have skills with bikes, you probably need to be explicitly told that you're expected to wear a helmet and you're expected to bring bottled water. You also just need to be prepared to stop at regular intervals. In fact, you probably should just plan to stop at regular intervals, because some of those kids at lower skill levels don't want to be embarrassed by saying, I need to stop. So just stop for them and tell everyone it's a mandatory water break. And then before you get started again, instead of saying, okay, everybody ready to go? Say, raise your hand if you're not ready to go. If nobody raises their hand, then you know you're ready. Of course, best tip number 1 is pray before you do anything. You want to let the kids see you put your trust and faith that God's going to take care of you while you're biking. Give them that good example of how they should do whenever they embark on an adventure of this kind. On the first time you go out on a biking adventure, make sure you pick a trail where everybody is going to be successful. Pick something a little bit on the easier level. If the low-level kids have a good, productive, successful experience their first try, they're going to be more likely to want to go with you the next time on something that's a little bit more challenging. Now, of course, you're going to have bikers who are more experienced, so you might have a couple staff members who are willing to take the more experienced bikers off on a side trail or a side route for a little while so they can have a more challenging experience, while the lower level ones just stay on the path. For example, at our local park here, we have a paved bike trail around a lake, and then there's little side chutes where you can do like little mountain biking excursions that are small and all kinds of skill levels. So you can get a little bit of both. Do you have any tips to share? Have you ever taken your Pathfinders biking and learned something? Please put that in the comments below so that we can learn from each other. And like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next time.